I stand on the street corner and I ask random people to sing with me. Usually, the response after singing is a combination of newly found confidence, happiness, relief, elation. So I might ask them, now that you sung, how do you feel? And they say something like, I was so nervous, but I feel better now. I feel happy. I feel accomplished. That made me feel really good. That's usually the response that I get from adults. But from kids, it's a little different. I ask them, now that you sung, how do you feel? And they would say something like, good, yeah, that's it. I've often thought about why the responses from kids and the responses from adults are so different. I think I might have a few reasons why. One of them is that adults have established quite a routine for life. They have responsibilities. They might have a job. They might be in higher level schooling. And they've also already established an identity for themselves about what they do and what they don't do. So when they sing with me on the street for the first time, this is out of the realm of what they normally do. And it's a surprise to them that they even did it. And there's a feeling of novelty that is unlike anything that they've experienced for a long time. I would say novelty in the way that there is that it really sticks out in the normal routine. So the emotional response is just very visceral. For kids though, kids have not really created an identity around what they do and what they don't do, except for maybe what food they like. That's pretty much it. They are experiencing novelty just about every day because they're just finding out what their likes and dislikes are just about every day. So them singing on the street is just part of a larger experiment that they're always kind of running anyway. This doesn't seem too out of the norm for them. Not necessarily because they don't feel emotional about it, but they tend to feel emotional they tend to feel emotional about just about everything. So in a life of constant novelty, there is no novelty. Or I would say it all just kind of feels the same anyway. It's only when they it's only when they reach the age of 10, 11, or 12 that's when they start to develop an identity around what they do and what they don't do, what their likes and their dislikes are, what they will and what they won't do. And that is when there's a pattern that feels way different from everything else once the pattern is broken. So yeah, I think that's pretty much the main thing. There are a couple other reasons too, but they're not as relevant as that. But what do you think? Why is it that when I ask kids, now that you sung, how do you feel? That they almost have no other answer than good. Curious what your answer is.